Hey, guys! Have you ever come across someone seemingly ordinary, like your next-door neighbor or a colleague, only to discover they've been secretly stashing away a fortune without anyone's knowledge? Well, today we're diving into a tale of a humble teacher whose life was anything but ordinary, despite her appearance. Brace yourselves because this story will leave you scratching your head, wondering why she lived such a simple life while amassing an astounding $7 million. Spoiler alert, her reasons might be more profound than you think. Welcome back to our channel, where we bring you stories that blend finance and history. Imagine being a hardworking teacher who dedicated her life to shaping young minds without even a hint of financial luxury. Not a fancy car or a luxurious home. But then comes a surprising twist. Upon her passing, it's revealed that she secretly left behind an astonishing $7 million. Mind-boggling, right? Welcome to the incredible journey of Grace Groner, the enigmatic teacher who lived a simple life, yet passed away as a millionaire. Born in 1909 in Chicago, Illinois, Grace Groner's life was far from privileged. She experienced the loss of her father when she was just 6 months old, and her mother when she was a teenager. Despite these early setbacks, she was fortunate enough to be taken in by kind neighbors who played a pivotal role in nurturing her. Growing up in North Chicago, she attended local schools and upon completing high school, began working at Abbott Laboratories. Starting in 1927, she took up a role as a secretary, which was pretty much what we call a regular job today. It didn't pay exceptionally well, but it provided enough for her basic needs. In those days, the average salary for a secretary was around $2,000 to $3,000 a year, and Grace was earning exactly that. Despite her modest income, she managed to save a substantial portion of it. Over the years, Grace faithfully saved around 15% of her earnings, an impressive feat considering her modest wage. Year after year, her savings grew steadily. At some point, Grace made the wise decision to invest her life savings in the stock market and chose shares of her employer, Abbott Laboratories. But what set her apart was her commitment to long-term growth. Instead of making impulsive trades or chasing get-rich-quick schemes, she patiently held on to her investments through thick and thin. Throughout the years, she witnessed the ups and downs of the market, but she remained steadfast in her approach, resisting the urge to sell even when the market took a downturn. In 1935, a significant opportunity presented itself. Abbott Laboratories offered its employees a special chance to buy company stock at an attractive price. Unable to resist this chance, Grace seized the moment and invested $300 in purchasing 3 shares of Abbott stock. At the time, the stock price was around $100 per share. Now, hold on a second. You might be thinking 3 measly shares. What's the big deal? Well, let me tell you. This small investment turned out to be the financial springboard that launched her into a world of unexpected riches. But here's the kicker. Those 3 shares were just the beginning. In 1945, Abbott underwent a major transformation when it merged with another pharmaceutical giant, bringing about a shift in ownership structure. As a result, the stock known as ABT became known as ABT Laboratories, marking a new chapter in the company's history. What many people don't realize is that these types of mergers and stock splits can significantly impact your portfolio. But most people fail to adjust accordingly. However, Grace was not like most people. As the stock splits occurred, she diligently kept track, ensuring she owned the appropriate number of shares to maintain her original stake. Fast forward to 1970, a year that marked a turning point in Grace's investment journey. That year, the company announced a 2-for-1 stock split, and this meant her 3 shares transformed into a substantial 6 shares. You might wonder, what's the big deal, right? Well, let me break it down for you. Imagine you have 2 apples, and they split into 2 identical halves. Then each half splits again, giving you 4 apples. If you continue this process, you'll end up with 8 apples from just 2. Essentially, Grace's initial 3 shares were replicated, effectively tripling her investment. Now, if you're still scratching your head, let me simplify it further. Think of it like having 3 pizza slices and each slice magically duplicates to become 6 slices. Then each of those slices splits again, resulting in a total of 12 slices. And that's just the start. This splitting continued ultimately making her original 3 shares equivalent to an astonishing 24 shares. But the remarkable journey of her investment was far from over. Throughout the years, ABT Laboratories continued to experience growth and success, causing the value of the shares to appreciate significantly. And here's the awe-inspiring part. By 2010, Grace's initial investment of just $300 had blossomed into a staggering $7 million fortune. Now, take a moment to grasp the magnitude of this achievement. With her stock steadily appreciating in value, Grace made the smart decision to reinvest the dividends she received back into the stock. This meant that instead of cashing out the dividends and letting her gains dwindle due to inflation or lifestyle expenses, she chose to stay invested, allowing her wealth to grow exponentially. The true beauty of compounding lies in the fact that once you experience significant growth, it tends to snowball, propelling your wealth to new heights. Each dividend payment became a catalyst for further expansion, solidifying her position as a secret millionaire. Now, throughout her life, Grace Groner had shown remarkable frugality, living in a small one-bedroom home and driving an old Ford. Many of her friends couldn't fathom that she had amassed an impressive fortune. They saw her living a life of simplicity and assumed she didn't possess much wealth. However, the reality was far from what they imagined. Despite being worth millions, Grace continued to live modestly. She paid her taxes promptly and responsibly, and her entire estate, including her house, personal belongings, and bank accounts, was valued at approximately $7.6 million. After settling her debts, her beneficiaries were left with a remarkable $7.3 million, leaving many people questioning why she had chosen to live such a simple life while accumulating such a vast fortune. When asked about her secret, she would often mention patience and self-control, highlighting the importance of staying focused on her long-term goals. Grace firmly believed in the power of discipline and the significance of resisting impulsive actions. For instance, whenever her friends invited her to go out for dinner or shopping, she would politely decline, stating that she needed to save money. She always emphasized the importance of saving and investing wisely. One of the secrets behind her success was her unwavering commitment to consistently investing in stocks. Even during challenging times, she never wavered in her belief that the market would eventually recover. Additionally, she continuously reinvested her dividends, allowing them to compound and fuel further growth. This disciplined approach enabled her to ride the waves of market fluctuations, emerging with an extraordinary fortune. In fact, by the 1970s, Grace's investment had grown to a staggering $1.5 million, though she remained oblivious to the exact amount. Since she never checked her portfolio, she was content with knowing that her investments were steadily growing and providing for her future. Grace's dedication to her profession as a teacher was equally remarkable. She treated her students with kindness and respect, understanding their challenges and striving to make a positive impact on their lives. Her passion for teaching was evident in her ability to connect with her students, motivating them to excel and pursue their dreams. For Grace, teaching wasn't just a job, it was a calling. She found joy in shaping young minds and guiding them towards a brighter future. As the years went by, Grace continued to live her life filled with purpose and contentment. She remained active in her church community, volunteering her time and offering support to those in need. She took great pride in being a contributing member of society and cherished the connections she made through her church activities. For her, faith played a pivotal role in her life, providing her with strength, guidance, and a sense of community. Grace's story serves as an inspiring reminder that true happiness does unnecessarily lie in material possessions or extravagant wealth. Rather, it can be found in living a life of purpose, kindness, and integrity. While she may have passed away without fully realizing the extent of her fortune, her legacy lived on through her acts of charity and the impact she made on the lives of her students and community members. If you enjoyed this tale of financial wisdom and resilience, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We've got plenty more stories like this one waiting for you. Each story is a blend of finance and history, perfect for those who love to learn while exploring the world of money. Thanks for joining us. Until next time, remember that life's riches aren't always measured in dollars and cents.